I don't know about you, but so much of what is around us at the moment, particularly online, I struggle to know whether it's real or not. And I feel with our AI evolution, we're getting to a point where when I think about the future, everything's artificial except us. I feel like sometimes we're the only thing that's real. But also at the same time, we're losing touch with the things that make us real. The things that are innate in us thriving as humans are the things we're losing touch with. And I think this is a cycle. This is a cycle that happens with growth and development. And I've seen it play out in so many other areas of our society along the years. And it's almost like we modernize and we develop and the old stuff stops being used, and then all of a sudden the novelty means that stuff comes back in fashion because all of a sudden we realize we miss it and the realness of it. So photographs are a great example, right? I've seen kids now, taking photographs, getting them developed, using actual cameras and even Polaroids and disposable cameras, all the stuff that I remember as a kid. And whilst this makes me sound very old, it also highlights this need for the real. And when we get digital and modernized, and whether we're talking about vinyl records and CDs or photographs that you can hold and look at, there is something in that realness that we crave. And even when we look at the way our smartphones have evolved, there is now tendency, or at least a marketable one, for phones that don't have so much on them. So bricks, if you like, the old phones we used to use just for phones. And I think this is in a response to sometimes we can overdevelop. We can have all of this technology at our fingertips, and sometimes there are consequences that mean we want to pull back to the stuff that's real. And so what I think about in our modern world and how this relates to the things that make us uniquely human and allow us to thrive are things like nature, are things like stillness and space, are things like movement and exercise. All of the stuff that we used to just do and not think about was innate in us are things we're losing touch with, to the point where now we will spend thousands of dollars to go on a retreat just so someone can tell us not to use our phone. Now, we can do that for free anytime. Green therapy and forest bathing has become, again, something that we pay to go and do, but we could do that for free at any time. And what we're understanding here and why we pay to go and do these things is the fact that this is something that innately we know we need as humans. It's a connection part of us, the presence, the connection. And we're paying for it because we believe it's important. Yet the reason we're often seeking this stuff in the form of organized retreats or experiences is that we've lost touch with it ourselves, and that this used to be the stuff that we could just have for free and is the stuff we can just do for free. So whether it's stillness and space you're craving, time in nature to recharge, or whether it's just some time off the device and a bit of a detox, all of this stuff is always available to us all of the time and for free. And yet often it's something we'll save once a year, and we'll have to force ourselves by spending money to make that time. So my invitation for you is to think about some of those things we've lost touch with, some of those things that are important, some of those things that help us return to being human, that help us thrive both mentally, physically, holistically from a wellness perspective. And how might you integrate some of that back into your life, back into your day? Because this stuff shouldn't be hard. This stuff is what we innately need and should be within us, and most of it's free if we put the boundaries and the structure in our daily schedules and cadence to make this